your folks still? Are they still the distributor for Action Track Chair?
Yeah, my dad distributes for Washington and Oregon, and then my in-laws make them in Minnesota. So, yeah.
Your in-laws are the ones that actually make them?
Yeah, my sister married into the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did they?
How'd that develop?
Yeah.
So, so my sister's husband's brother got paralyzed when he was around 16 or something, and the family sold like snowmobiles and four-wheelers, boats, motorcycles, stuff like that. That was like the family business. And so, and the dad, the owner of the company now, he also had some engineering training and was like kind of rolling through his mind over a decade of like how he can get his son back out hunting, fishing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of used the technology that he knew of, and used old snowmobile tracks for the first tracks.
Oh, right.
From like back in the 70s or something, and made the track chairs. I got I think the fourth one that came off the line or something because I'm in the family, and they had paraplegics on them, but they wanted somebody that was a quadriplegic to be on it. To get some feedback. And so I don't know if you've seen them, but they have a handle.
Oh, I have one in
the handle on the left side with the up and down button for the reclining.
The tilt. Yeah.
That's my input on the chair, because it was like, a para with some trunk, and like they hit a bump and they don't fall forward, because you only have stability on the right side without that. And so I was like falling forward and turning right.
The on the tilt switch is the game changer for that chair.
Yeah.
To be able, because when you're going up a hill, you want to be able to tilt forward. But then once you get to the top and you're going to crest that hill, to be able to hold onto that post and then also recline.
Yep. So that was my input, and I think it makes the chair a lot more stable and enjoyable. So.
I got one through the Independence Fund.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, and I haven't taken it to the beach yet, but I took it out to Eastern Oregon to do some hunting. And it was just a beast, man. It was awesome to be able to, to pack everything out. My only gripe with it is like how slow it is.
Yeah.
I wish it had a couple more miles per hour, just because it's annoying, especially
on the new ones. They are.
Oh, are they?
They bumped it just a little bit, but they've added suspension too. So they figured out how to add suspension.
Yeah.
And so now it can go a little faster.
Yeah.
But it's my gripe too. I want to haul ass.
Well, that was kind of the biggest drawback was the version I have is there is no suspension.
It's a walking speed.
Yeah. So you're feeling all the bumps and even the tracks. Like I have the Type 2 tracks, which is
the
more
smoother.
No. Sorry, I have the other one.
Oh, okay.
The one for more
aggressive.
Yeah, it's more aggressive, but you feel all the
chatter.
Little bumps and no, the suspension one. I was just walking Kara, because Kara is gonna get one. She was the guest I had on last week. She's gonna get a chair, and I was on their website and I was like, oh wow, they got the suspension one. Like that's a great idea. You know?
Mine's waiting to be picked up. I've rode one once, and we lined up a bunch of 2x4s and on concrete, and then drove over them, and it was just like,
right.
It was pretty cool, because on the old ones it's like,
you would just be because when I remember when I first got mine, I was running all over sorts of just boulders and boards and just figuring out exactly what the limits of this machine was.
Yeah. So no, I take it out on the Columbia River. During hot weather, I'm out there 3 days a week, like on the Columbia River, paddling through the sand, and I just bring a sprayer with me and just keep spraying my body down when it's hot out, and so.
Now, for the listeners out there that are like interested in getting one, because I know there's a bunch of organizations that'll get them for like veterans and stuff. Are there any resources to help like civilians get a chair?
I know occasionally somebody with money will like see the chairs and be like, I want to buy 10 and I want you to decide who they go for. So occasionally an opportunity like that pops up. And the other thing is fundraising. People get pretty excited about getting behind, getting a track chair for somebody that's in a wheelchair. So like, I think fundraising's like kind of fun for people that, so I think it's pretty doable for like doing a, fundraising type of deal.
Right.
But I don't get involved in that end. But I do know that like a lot of the fundraising things are fairly successful, but
yeah, I helped my buddy. He's a rugby player from North Carolina, and he was, asking about getting the
Funding
chair, and I was like, man, like it sucks, but like GoFundMe's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
And it always sucks, asking people for money and going out there and like, asking for a handout.
yeah.
But you'd be really surprised how like generous people would be. And the guy, I mean, he's probably, I don't know how often you get in your chair, but every time I see this guy on Facebook, like he is
Lives in it.
yeah. I mean, he's always going out. He lives in Jacksonville now, and he's always going out to the beach and just fishing.
Yeah.
And he's got his whole kit. I mean, he's got his chair all figured out now. So he's got, his tackle box mounted
Nice.
onto the side, and he's got his rod holders and his little tray. He's even got a little trailer with a cooler so he can throw the fish back there. And
I had a rack made for mine, so I put a cooler, and then I used the gun holster, and I put that on the back, and my wife hangs like the umbrella. So like I get to carry all the gears to the beach still, like. So my wife loads it up, so I'm carrying the cooler and the umbrella and the blankets and the food, and like it's all just stacked on the back of my chair. So
yeah, the Independence Fund, they gave me a little bit of extra money for like accessories and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And one of my friends had suggested to get the attendant controller.
Oh, okay.
And that way, I'm able to drive it up onto the trailer independently.
Sure.
But as far as like accessories, I need to find a fabricator and start making some things for it. Because I got a couple different ideas, like, like primarily I'm using my chair for hunting, so I want to make a gun mount that I can shoot off of, and they
have you seen the one that they have?
And I've used it, and I really like it because I'm able to, when I was out in Illinois, we have a track chair at the Oscar Mike compound, and we took it out to the range, and I was able to engage because the shooting range we have is it's about like maybe 30-40 yards, and then it's got a bunch of steel targets, and I was able to engage all the targets like pretty rapidly, like double tap the steel gongs and just kind of walk it over to the side. But there's a couple issues that I had with it. We're talking about the pintle one that swings around.
Yeah. And you can like kind of universal, like you can put it anywhere. Like
yeah. That one's. I mean, it's a good design. The one that I used for my hunt was it was pretty much a post that came and it just stuck into one of the receivers over by your thigh. And I had liked that. But I think there's got to be something better out there that we can do. Something in between like a tripod mount with a clamp that holds your rifle. It's all. I mean, I need to get out. Downrange more before I really start figuring out. But the big thing I want to do is build that rack in the back. And I saw that Action Track Chair's new rack design is kind of cool.
Yeah, they make a rack for so you can put a gas powered little generator. Like 1,000 watt, Honda generator or whatever on it.
Have you ever used a generator with your chair? And turn it into pretty much a gas powered.
I did. I went to Soak, which is like a Burning Man, or it's Oregon's regional Burning Man festival.
Soak.
Yeah, it's out near like the Dalles Hood River area.
Okay.
And there was a really big hill that sucked the juice, you know. So like, and there's no power out there. I mean, there's no services at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, Burning Man style, like out on a ranch, kind of in Oregon, and so I had the generator for that, and I would just, if I was going to be heading up a hill or whatever, I'd have, you know, somebody pull the cord and turn it on, and yeah, it worked pretty well.
Yeah. I've always, I'm looking at either getting a generator or maybe some solar panels.
I don't think the solar panels will keep up with the demand. Because we had some solar panels there, and they were bought at Harbor Freight, so they were the cheap ass solar panels, but it wasn't touching the charging that I needed, you know, like on my brakes. So like I had to switch over to the generator because it was a 4-day deal. So, you know,
that sounds amazing. Because one of the coolest photos, and I'll have to contact my buddy, but he actually went out to Burning Man, and he's got the NT model, the track chair, the narrow track, and he's got it's a photo of him in the track chair, but he's towing his everyday chair, and he's got the freewheel on his everyday chair. And it's just attached up onto the rack in the back, and he's pulling, you know, his everyday. And I was just like, man, this looks awesome. So